They told me to do a little video and tell the VCW faithful what me, MB Young, is all about. But if you were just out in that gymnasium, you know what I'm all about. I like to bring the fight. I like to punch and get punched. I like to have a good, honest street fight everywhere I go. But Patrick Hayes, you introduced those chairs to this match. And David Lawless follows me everywhere I go. Pennsylvania, Ohio, New York, and now West Virginia. I didn't even know there was a West Virginia Athletic Commission. What I'm all about, you know what I'm all about is getting revenge on David Lawless.
I've jumped through every hoop you've made me. You put a challenge in front of me, I've done it, Matt Taylor. I've done everything. Look at me. Jimmy Shane is supposed to have his big logo right here. It's supposed to be covered in the shiny colors. I like to express myself. I like to have a good time. And you've made it so that VCW isn't a good time. But on September 3rd, I finally get to end this when you and I meet in an I Quit match. But no shame, Jimmy Shane, he's got no quit in him. I promise you that. You know, I'm going to paraphrase, I'm going to reword something some close personal friends of mine would say. Because the quitter on that day, it's going to be you.
That way whenever the class comes in, they'll see it. You know what I'm saying? Good idea. So, September 3rd is the ladder match to crown the very first VCW Tag Team Champions. Or should we just say that September 3rd is going to be, well, the inaugural Saturday Night Special? Are the new VCW Tag Team Champions? We've not been pinned, but we've not submitted. Saturday Night Special is undefeated in VCW. And come September 3rd, we finally get what we deserve.
I mean, we did just beat Brandon St. James.
We beat everybody. We killed Cosmos. We've killed careers. We've killed tag teams. Nobody stands a chance. Nobody. Except Saturday Night Special is going to get to the top of the ladder.
Yeah. I like ladders. I've been on like 3. I'll hold it for you.
Sidekick Media Services. We are your sidekick in business for social media, video production, and more. Find out more at sidekickmediaservices.com.
Jimmy Shane, the only thing you had to do was follow the light. The only thing you had to do was take his hand and walk with us, and you would not be in the position you're in right now, Jimmy. How dare you? How dare you disrespect our Messiah, Matthew Taylor?
Thank you so much, Chad. You are truly a gift. James, all I ever wanted to do was love you. All I ever wanted to do was help you like the brother you're supposed to be to me. All you had to do was follow my lead, follow my word, take my guidance. Because I am here for you because I love you. Now, September 3rd, I'm no longer going to guide you with love. I'm going to guide you with violence. And I am going to make you say, I quit. For September 3rd, we're in a
match. Not just a match. A match with several other teams. Not just a match with several other teams. It is a match to crown the first ever VCW Tag Team Champions.
I do too.
It's a ladder match.
So what?
It's first time hearing about it as well.
You said ladder?
Ladder match. With the runs and yeah.
So you're telling me the wise guys, combined weight of 609 pounds, I gotta climb up a ladder with other teams in the ring,
Yeah.
get the titles to be the champs.
Yeah. I mean, their people did not get with our people. I don't remember seeing these contracts come across my desk, guys. To be honest with you, I don't even understand why they just don't give us the titles anyway. We're the uncrowned champions of VCW.
We've been carrying the VCW tag team division. The wise guys have been the best damn tag team in this company since its birth. And the wise guys are gonna be your next tag team champions, your first tag team champions. You know what? I don't give a damn if it's a ladder match, a table match, a chair match, whatever kind of match. You stack the odds against the wise guys, and the wise guys are just gonna stack the bodies. So on September 3rd, all you other teams, you may climb that ladder. You may reach for the gold, but you're gonna come crashing down, and you're gonna end up sleeping with the vicious. Forget about it.
Well, hello, friends. I'm your pal in the mainstream media.
And I'm the Riz.
And, you know, Riz, it takes years of strenuous, dedicated training before you're worthy to step inside a professional wrestling ring. But it takes even more time to develop complex, highly astute opinions about professional wrestling. Am I right?
That is correct.
Yes.
And you know where we can find that?
Yes.
On the Wrestling Man.
That's right.
VCW faithful, Commissioner Nick West here with some breaking news. I just got off the phone with Ricardo Rodriguez, and unfortunately, due to his commitments with Major League Wrestling, he will not be able to make our September 3rd show, Victory or Valhalla. He has signed on to be at our October 15th show, where he will face Facade. We will also be moving the Danny Moe versus Super Oprah match to that October 15th show. But I won't leave you hanging. My name is not David Lawless. I will make this up to your fans for September 3rd as we crown our very first tag team champions in a ladder match. This match will consist of the Rad Boys, Saturday Night Special, the Wayward Sons, the Wise Guys, and the Origin being represented by Noir and Malachi Gage. Tickets will be available at the door with $15 for all ringside tickets, $10 for general admission, and $5 for kids under 12. I can't wait to be back at Victory or Valhalla and see all you fans at Macmackin, West Virginia. So join me on September 3rd at 3 o'clock when we crown our very first Victory Championship Wrestling Tag Team Champions.
They told me to do a little video and tell the VCW faithful what me, MB Young, is all about. But if you were just out in that gymnasium, you know what I'm all about. I like to bring the fight. I like to punch and get punched. I like to have a good, honest street fight everywhere I go. But Patrick Hayes, you introduced those chairs to this match. And David Lawless follows me everywhere I go. Pennsylvania, Ohio, New York, and now West Virginia. I didn't even know there was a West Virginia Athletic Commission. What I'm all about, you know what? What I'm all about is getting revenge on David Lawless.
I jumped through every hoop you've made me. You put a challenge in front of me, I've done it, Matt Taylor. I've done everything. Look at me. Jimmy Shane is supposed to have his big logo right here. It's supposed to be covered in the shiny colors. I like to express myself. I like to have a good time. And you've made it so that VCW isn't a good time. Well, September 3rd, I finally get to end this when you and I meet in an I Quit match. But no shame, Jimmy Shane, he's got no quit in him. I promise you that. You know, I'm going to paraphrase, I'm going to reword something some close personal friends of mine would say. Because the quitter on that day, it's going to be you.
That way, whenever the class comes in, they'll see it. You know what I'm saying? Good ideas. So, September 3rd is the ladder match to crown the very first VCW Tag Team Champions. Or should we just say that September 3rd is going to be, well, the inaugural Saturday Night Special? Are the new VCW Tag Team Champions? We've not been pinned, but we've not submitted. Saturday Night Special is undefeated in VCW. And come September 3rd, we finally get what we deserve. So, I mean, we did just beat Brandon St. James. We beat everybody. We killed Cosmos. We've killed careers. We've killed tag teams. Nobody stands a chance. Nobody. Except Saturday Night Special is going to get to the top of the ladder. Yeah. I like ladders. I've been on like 3. I'll hold it for you.
Sidekick Media Services. We are your sidekick in business for social media, video production, and more. Find out more at sidekickmediaservices.com.
Jimmy Shane, the only thing you had to do was follow the light. The only thing you had to do was take his hand and walk with us, and you would not be in the position you're in right now, Jimmy. How dare you? How dare you disrespect our Messiah, Matthew Taylor?
Thank you so much, child. You are truly a gift. James, all I ever wanted to do was love you. All I ever want to do is help you like the brother you're supposed to be to me. All you had to do was follow my lead, follow my word, take my guidance. Because I am here for you because I love you. Now, September 3rd, I'm no longer going to guide you with love. I'm going to guide you with violence. And I am going to make you say, I quit.
September 3rd.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Victory Championship Wrestling presents Victory or Valhalla. We are so excited to join you for another great Victory Championship Wrestling event here on IndyWrestling.network. I'm Eamon Payton alongside Jason Heat. Jason, we have got a stacked show ahead here in McMecken, West Virginia.
Triple main event today here in McMecken. Of course, we have the Beast Man getting his opportunity against Remy LeVay for the VCW heavyweight title.
Also,
weekend.
Can't miss out on the ladder match to crown the first ever VCW Tag Team Champions. 5 teams, 10 men, all vying to make history tonight.
Big afternoon of wrestling for you this afternoon. We have 8 great matches, including the VCW Heavyweight title on the line, when West Virginia's own, the Stone Age Savage Beastman, challenges the Origins Remy LeVay for the VCW strap. We will also crown our first ever VCW Tag Team Champions in a 5-team ladder match. As always, ladies and gentlemen, let's thank our sponsors for making VCW Victory of Valhalla possible for you this afternoon. I want to say thank you to Living My Best Cigar Life, St. Clair Lanes, IndyWrestling.us. We are live on IndyWrestling.network. Please share any photos, comments, anything else with the hashtag VCW Valhalla. Thank you to DeFelice Brothers Pizza in Wheeling and Bethlehem. Thank you to Taggart Floor Service, Just Right Lawn Care, Pirates Paradise, H&R Block in Bel Air and St. Clairsville, CPR Cell Phone Repair, and Little Gerardo's. With that, we ask if you can to please rise and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Last week, the world of professional wrestling suffered 2 very significant losses. With that, we're going to ask that the members of the VCW roster come and join us here at ringside as we will stop and have a special 10-bell salute in memory of the hardcore icon, the legendary Terry Funk. And also in memory of Bray Wyatt. Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, keep that going. Are you ready for VCW Victory? or Valhalla. Thank you for coming out and spending your Labor Day Sunday with us. Hope you've had a good holiday weekend so far. It's going to get a little bit better here in just a couple minutes. We need you guys to make it loud. This show will have as much energy and be as fun as you want it to be. If you sit on your hands, it'll be as fun as going to a library on a Sunday. If you want to raise some hell and make some noise, let's get it going.
And we are starting things off here tonight at Victory or Valhalla with a match with a lot of bad blood boiling on the surface, especially based off of the actions of that man, no good Nathan Ulrich.
This is a rematch. We've seen Nathan Ulrich and Colton Quinn go at it before. Ulrich was the victor, but that was before Quinn went on a run of big victories. He has personally requested this match to prove that he is no longer a rookie here in VCW and can topple one of the biggest veterans that we have in stature as well as bad attitude.
It's definitely going to be a tough challenge for Colton Quinn with someone with the experience of Nathan Ulrich, but I try to be as impartial as possible, Jason, but after what Nathan Ulrich did to Izzy Lambert at our last event in July, just absolutely beyond the pale of what should be acceptable in a professional wrestling ring. Ulrich has it coming to him tonight.
From Memphis, Tennessee, weighing 225 pounds, no good, Nathan
A constant presence here in Victory Championship Wrestling, a cantankerous and surly veteran who is on a never-ending, terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. It does not seem like Victory or Valhalla is going to break the streak for Nathan Ulrich.
Nathan Ulrich, a fireball to the eyes of Izzy Lambert shows you. I mean, we knew the character of Nathan Ulrich for years here in VCW, but I would have never thought something as vile as what he did would transpire. It was a dark cloud that was placed over the Bishop Donahue High School.
Yeah, and a permanent dark cloud seemingly placed over the eyes of Izzy Lambert. As far as we know, he has not regained his vision or his sight.
But as you mentioned, Jason, a tough competitor that Nathan Ulrich has to deal with, a competitor who match after match has just been getting more experience, more technique under their belt. Nathan Ulrich is not facing the same Colton Quinn that he faced months ago.
He shows up. He shows up. He is Colton Quinn.
Quinn accompanied by Danny Jax, the intangible on the outside. This is personal for Colton Quinn on two different levels. The first, of course, being he has suffered a loss at the hands of Nathan Ulrich. He wants restitution. He wants to be made whole when it comes to that win-loss record with the no good Nick. But also, there has been a friendship, a bond that has formed between Quinn and Izzy Lambert. As you mentioned before, a man with a lot of interesting hobbies is obviously Nathan Ulrich. In addition to being a professional wrestler, he is clearly a fire starter of some repute. It's his ability to just flash that fire right in the face of Izzy Lambert. I mean, it's lit a fire under Colton Quinn for sure.
Nathan Ulrich, a veteran in the tri-state area, and Ulrich, we contemplated, I think, when the dissolution of the deplorables occurred, how the past of those four individuals would take them. Nathan Ulrich clearly...
He's gone off the deep end, right?
Going completely off the deep end. This is more than I've ever seen Nathan Ulrich get as vicious as he has been.
Well, friendship is important, even for someone as sort of naturally unlikable as Nathan Ulrich. Having friends was clearly something that kept him in check, and now being alone, isolated, the end of the deplorables has led to a Nathan Ulrich that has no checks, no balances, no one to lift his spirits, perpetual bad mood multiplied by a million, looking to take that out on everyone in his path. Right now, that's Colton Quinn. Colton Quinn has got to be ready for a potential fireball to the face.
Collar and elbow tie up here to start things off. Colton with a wrist lock. Colton, like we mentioned, show after show, has been impressing VCW management.
A young star on the rise. It would be a shame to see his career ended tonight due to blindness. That's a real possibility. We're not sure I mean, has Nathan Aldridge even been given a fine, let alone a suspension for that attack?
Well, I was going to ask Commissioner Nicholas West, but also we have to remember all the events from back in July were ran by the interim commissioner at the time, David Lawless, and we saw, his first night on the job in that regard, how well that went.
Yeah, he lived up to his namesake, Lawless, at least when certain people were in mind. We're really seeing this young star on the rise. Colton Quinn looking to put away the surly veteran Nathan Aldridge. A loss to Colton Quinn could push Aldridge completely over the edge.
And almost a quick upset there by Colton Quinn. And that would have been even more bit embarrassing. Oh, Colton tried for a kick. Nathan Aldridge catching the boot. There's that veteran instinct.
No frills, no fuss, no muss. Nathan Aldridge says no deed, good or bad, goes unpunished. And he seems to be the one that wants to dish out the punishment.
And now just bashing Colton Quinn around our ringside area.
Well, Nathan Aldridge is very resentful. He made this very clear to anyone who happened to cross his path earlier in the locker room that he was tired. I quote, having to wrestle a wet behind the ears pup for a second time now with that lateral press. He feels like he should be moving up the card. Now he's choking the life out of Colton Quinn.
You can see a delight in Nathan Aldridge's eyes, being able to pick apart and almost in many ways bully someone like Colton Quinn. Colton very young, both not just in pro wrestling but also in years.
Yeah, he's a sick puppy, Nathan Aldridge is. Absolutely.
Oh, big backbreaker there. And now just wrenching down right on the small of the back of Colton Quinn.
That's that ruthless, raw power of Nathan Aldridge. Colton Quinn, a very flexible athlete that is serving him well as he's being stretched. Someone with less conditioning, less development in their muscles, their tendons, they might have submitted to that.
Audience here at McMecken trying to rally behind the young Colton Quinn. We underestimate sometimes how much the energy of the crowd, particularly the VCW faithful, how much that can power an athlete forward, as Aldridge just choking Colton Quinn here on the second rope.
Taking 4 out of the 5, not risking a disqualification, does not want to get a loss in that way. And to your point, Nathan Aldridge knows just how important those fans are. The very first thing he did when he entered the ring was to yell at everyone, including a child, to be quiet, to shut up. He wants to kind of sow dissent immediately, mute the crowd, not allow them to give that unique energy to Colton Quinn. He knows it'll benefit the young upstart. And here we see a reversal of fortunes.
Schoolboy attempt, able to also catch Nathan Aldridge right in the top of the head. Oh, and Colton Quinn now looking to fire back with clothesline and a back elbow.
Colton Quinn considers himself the juvenile delinquent of professional wrestling, but that may be selling himself short. He really has a humble, heads-down attitude, a tremendous amount of resilience, so much potential. Is tonight the night that potential becomes reality?
Nathan Aldridge with a hold of our official, though. Oh, I think he maybe gouged Colton Quinn right in the eyes there.
As he says, nothing goes unpunished there. No good deeds lariat.
And that seals the deal for Nathan Aldridge.
The winner of the match, no good, Nathan Aldridge.
Oh, but the match is over. Aldridge now peppering, and now Danny Jackson trying to get Aldridge off.
Immediately leaping to the defense of her partner, not allowing Nathan Aldridge to cause more damage. The victory wasn't enough for him. And this is when things get really dangerous.
Wait a second. No. He's got that lighter again.
It's not a warning. It's not a spoiler. We know what's about to happen. Colton Quinn is about to go blind, baby.
Wait, no.
Is he going to light his hair on fire?
No, come on.
Oh, my God.
Possibly trying to blind Colton Quinn against Zeke Mercer.
There is no obvious link between Zeke Mercer and Colton Quinn other than the fact that Zeke Mercer is a heck of a human being and isn't going to stand by and watch a young up-and-coming talent here in VCW lose their career to Nathan Aldridge. Nathan Aldridge wants to salt the earth. He wants there to be no future generation, no one to surpass him, no one to supplant him.
Aldridge almost added another victim. And it looked like Saturday Night Special, they were attacking on Danny Jax, Colton Quinn.
There was absolutely no good intentions anytime Saturday Night Special walks here. You'll note that after what happened last time, we've personally requested that we are stationed in commentary backstage specifically so there's no longer a hazardous work environment and Saturday Night Special cannot get their hands on us, and by us I mean me.
I was going to say, I'm sure they're very disappointed, but Colton Quinn maybe not pulling out the victory tonight here against Nathan Ulrich, but he can bet his lucky stars that he at least has his eyesight still.
Better be very thankful to Zeke Mercer. Thank you so much for watching here this first match, Victory of Valhalla, free on YouTube and Twitch. Of course, the rest of the card is available. You got to purchase it. You got to watch Indie
All right, ladies and gentlemen,
Wrestling Network.
remember
We're going to be continuing live, and up next, best friends turn bitter foes, Wilbur Whitlock versus Patrick Hayes. How can people watch this match, Eamon?
Absolutely. Go to IndyWrestling.network, subscribe now, and not only do you get this event live that you are not going to want to miss, you get the entire library of Victory Championship Wrestling events and so much more. That's over at IndyWrestling.network. Get over there right now because you're not going to want to miss this grudge match. It is going to be intense between Wilbur Whitlock and Patrick Hayes.
Former best friends make the bitterest of enemies. The deplorables imploded, and this is what is left. Nothing but bitter enmity and violence. Wilbur Whitlock has been gone from VCW for months. He is returning, and he returned with